This is part 2 of the video recorder that went and let's see how we get on. This is the recorder in question. It's a Brandt VHS hi-fi 6 head, rather nice, and brand new, never been used other than when we got it home to test it, and it went brrp, and this thing made a lot of smoke. So now I bought one of these, which is a nice little yellow one. It's not a reefer, so I shouldn't have a problem with it, and we'll put that in. Now there it is soldered in. Be careful, you've got to get rid of all this where it's been cut out and make sure it's smooth, otherwise the plate won't fit in, and do cover up the terminals. That's encouraging. Got display on the front. Don't understand what it says, but I know what this one does. Right, so that one says it's on. And I guess the only thing to do is try taping it. So let's get a tape. It still says arrête, no, marché, which means go. So got a JVC tape. It's a British at home as it happens. So it's a good quality tape, and we'll see if anything happens that's correct. Now you're going to have to take the front off and have a look at that. With the actual front removed, shouldn't be asked whatever's obstructing things in a minute. But I've only removed the front. I mean, there is nothing else done to this machine. It's only had the reefer replaced, and it appears to be happy to do something. So let's give it a go. Keep an eye on this little thing here. This is what makes the flap go up and down on the front panel. It's doing something. It's making nice noises. So got a cross-reference on the buttons now. Plain pause is the bottom one. So let's give it a go. It thinks it's playing. That's a PAL tape, so next thing to do is connect it to a PAL TV, which I shall do now. After a bit of a hunt, I found the remote control and managed to get into the setup system, and this is it. So that's a PAL output onto the TV. Ignore the flashing lines. And this is an NTSC playback from the PAL machine, on PAL CCAM machine, and it's working beautifully. NTSC via PAL, so it's 60 frames PAL. And those green and yellow lines seem to be something to do with it being a plasma TV, and my phone doesn't like it. So there you have it. That was a good result as far as I'm concerned, because I've had the machine running now for about 3.5 hours, 4 hours, and it's working beautifully, which is good. And the actual quality of the machine is wonderful. It's not a Funai, it is actually a JVC clone, or well, it's actually made in the European JVC, Thompson, Ferguson, all that sort of thing. They all got together and made them in Europe. So very good machine. It seems to be working beautifully. Fingers crossed. You can never tell with these things particularly with short circuits and stuff, because of the eddy currents, they can actually sometimes just die a few days later. Lightning strikes are good for that. You get a house gets struck by lightning, and stuff that seems to be okay on the day of it, it starts failing within a couple of days. So just be aware of that if you ever get struck by lightning on your house. Anyway, that's it now. So if you've got anything from that, what I will point out is that where I cut the hole, there was a lot of swarf, if you like, which needed to be removed to get the plate on the bottom again. So that needs to be smoothed off. And also, you've got to fill up the hole, because there are holes in the plate in the bottom. You could actually, somebody could get something up into the mains connections. You don't want that. So make sure you cover up the hole. Put the old bit of plastic back in or something, and clean all the swarf off so that you can get the plate to slide on nicely. That, as far as I'm concerned, is a very good result for the whole thing, and I'm very happy with it. So like I say, I've had it running for about 3.5 hours, and it's behaved itself beautifully. I will do a review on that machine. If anybody's interested, they can catch it. But anyway, any experience you've had with this sort of problem or anything like that, any experience you've had with video recorders, hi-fi and all the rest of it, just put it in the comments and I'll get back to you. More than happy to have a conversation about this sort of thing. I don't know it all. In fact, I know very little. And so your experience is great. Please share. Anyway, like, subscribe, and share the video around. Maybe some other people can find it of use. And I'll catch you another time. There's a good video coming up there. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.